we'll start with our today's session. So good morning, my dear students. Once again, I welcome you all on behalf of Brihanmumbai Municipal Corporation Online Education. This is Standard 6. Today, we are going to learn some interesting subject and some interesting topic. Here, this is Umarani Ajay Naidu from Maniklal Mehta Mumbai Public School. Before starting with our session, I would like to tell you one small thought. Thought for the day is the art is not in making money, but in keeping it. So means anyone, anyone can make money, anyone can earn money. But the real art, the real skill is to keep it properly, to save it properly. We should have the art, how to save, way to expand, way to uh, um, save the money. So today's thought is that is not in making money, but in keeping it. So we all should learn how to earn money and also how to save money. So can anyone tell me that we are going to learn today? Anyone? Which subject we are going to learn today? Yes, we are going to learn today maths. Very good. Fun subject and our favorite subject, that is maths.
Maths.
Now, time to recall what we have learned yesterday. Saving, how to save money, and what are the documents to open. So what documents are required to open the bank account? Next, types of bank account. So when we just submit the documents in the bank, we open the bank account. But what are the types of bank account? We saw yesterday. Now, today we are going to learn that what facilities do bank provide us. We have learned, we understood the concept, what documents are required to open the bank account. Next, what are the type of the bank account. Now here we are going to see, once we open a bank account, what are the facilities bank provide to us? Wow, great. Passport, checkbook, ATM card, debit or credit card.
Ma'am, you're mute. Uma ma'am, you're mute. Please unmute yourself. Uma ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Okay, am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So, these are the facilities provided by the bank. Passbook, checkbook, ATM card, debit card, credit card, mobile banking, SMS banking, internet banking. So let's see in a detailed way that what are these facilities, what are their uses, how can we use these facilities provided by the bank. So in short, we can see what are the banking products, what are the facilities provided by the bank. Bonds, mortgage, money exchange, we can deposit money, we can invest, cash banking, security. We have the most important thing. We get the security, we get the premium cards. Yes, of course, safe deposit box, and we get some credit cards. So let's see in a detailed manner. Passbook. So what is the passbook that bank provide us? What is the meaning of that? So here is one of the example that how the passbook looks like. And let's see what is the meaning of passbook. A passbook is a booklet wherein a banker records his customer's account as it appears in his ledger. So passbook, it is given to the customer. All the detailed transactions are shown in the passbook. Let's see how it is in the passbook. Now here we can see passbook is a book issued by the bank to an account holder. So here we understood that this is a passbook. This is a book. It has been given to the customer. It has been given to the account holder. But why this book is given? What is the use of this book? It is almost a copy of the account of the customer in the books of the bank. Means it's simple. In simple words, we can tell it is all the record kept, the transactions done by the account holder. The bank keeps the customer informed all the entries made in his account through passbook. Now it is our duty, the account holder, our customers to check the entries and immediately inform the bank if any error is there or we may have not noticed. So here is a short example we can see of the passbook. So in here you can see in passbook we can see to the left side there is a date, means but the dates are mentioned. Each and every date is mentioned when you have done the transactions. Particulars means from where does the amount has been deducted, that is debit or credited. To the left side there is the column of withdrawals, and to the right side it's a column of deposits. It means credit. Debit means deduction. Always remember, means withdrawal. The amount you withdraw from your account is called as withdrawals. That is debit. For example, if you deposit some amount of money in your bank, or that is a credit. So to the right side of the withdrawals and the deposits is shown debits or credits. And in the same way, the amount withdrawn and the amount deposited both together is shown deducting and crediting, and the total deduction in the balance column it is shown. This is just example of the passbook entry book inside the passbook entry book. So here just understand the concept that debit means deduction of the amount, credit means deposit of the amount in your account. So this is a passbook issued by the bank to an account holder. So let's see the next one, checkbook. We understood that what is passbook just means entries we come to know what transactions has been done. But now what is checkbook? Checkbook is nothing, it is also a book issued by the bank. But why it is used? It is used for the online transfer of money. It is issued by the bank, but there is a very detailed manner. Something numbers are written, somewhere name is written, pay is written, signature is it. What is all these things? Now to the, we can see here date of issue, means whenever you are transacting that money, first you have to mention the date of the transactions. And also we have to remember that it's valid, the date whenever you enter, it's valid for 3 months only, means up to the 3 months you can use that same check of the same date. Now here coming to the down, the amount you can enter, that what it's there in your account. Now, payee name. So to whom you are paying that amount, we have to write the name of that account name, rupee. So you have to mention here in figures and also here in words. Now coming to the bottom side, check number. In the checkbook, every page is having a particular number. Check number. It's always a 6-digit check number. Now, what is this MICR code? MICR code, it's actually a magnetic ink. M means magnetic, I means ink, C means character recognition. And it's always 9-digit code. But why it is used? Actually, in India, we have one head bank, that is RBI Bank. So it makes this MICR code is given to each bank and each their branches. So every bank has unique MICR code. So why it is used? But it enables identification of the checks very easily, and it makes the check processing very faster. It identifies a branch, identifies the bank from where does the check has come, and it also helps in check processing faster and simpler. And to the right side of the MICR code, there is one number. It's an account ID with RBI. So as I said you, our central head bank is RBI, Reserve Bank of India. So every bank has been every bank has account in that RBI bank. So it is the account ID with RBI. And next to that is a transaction code. Every checkbook has. And also every bank has IFSC code. Remember, MICR code has 9 digit, and in IFSC it has 11 digit. Alphanumeric means it also contains alphabet and it also contains number. So it's an 11 digit alphanumeric code. But why IFSC code is used? It is also used to identify the banks and branches within our country, within our India. For example, online transactions has been done. When we sign the check, it is for the online transactions. For example, NEFT means national NEFT we can do IMPS, and means important payment service, means these all the online transactions of money we can do very easily using checkbook. Next, see, check is an important document that an individual, companies, governments, and many others use to transact their business. Check can be termed as negotiable document to transfer money either in physical form or to effect inter-account transfer. Means either we can give the check to the needy, means the needy person where we want to give, or we can do an inter-account transfer. Check is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order we address to a banker, signed by the person who has deposited money with the banker, requiring him to pay on demand a certain amount of money. In short, it is used for online transactions of money. Next, can anyone tell me what is this? Can anyone tell me? Okay, this is ATM card. And also sometimes this card is also used as debit card. I will tell you what is the difference between ATM card and the debit card. Now here, what is ATM first? We will try to understand. ATM. So here you can see this is an toy ATM machine. You might have seen in many ATM machines, but this is an ATM toy machine. What is the meaning of ATM? It is automated teller machine. ATM is used to remove money from your ATM machines if you are having the account and balance. But at a time, how much money you can remove? So withdrawal limit means at a time what amount of money you can take from your ATM machine. That it limit as 25,000, and per transaction we can remove only 10,000. But it depends upon your account, it depends upon your bank, and also it depends upon you whatever you have requested to your bank to raise your limit. But these are some limitations we can use to buy ATM. But we should remember that for using ATM, uh, there is one pin. Some digit pin are provided by the bank to the ATM card holder to use at proper place by the proper account holder. On ATM card, we can see that bank branding name is there, particular card number is given, card holder name is also given on the ATM card, and also payment network logo is given. Here on this card 12/12 is written. That means the card will expire on such and such particular date. And also about the card number, one smart chip is also inserted. So this is your ATM card where pin is used. Now, what is debit card? Debit card also uses a pin to complete the transactions, but debit card is much more multifunctional card. Means we can use it lots of places, stores, restaurants. You can use debit card to that places. ATM card is a payment card or a dedicated payment card issued by financial institution, which enables a customer to access their financial accounts via its and other automated teller machines, and to make a proof point of purchase retail transactions. As I said, you can also use this gas stations, groceries, hardware. You can use this ATM card. Now, the next facility provided by the bank, that is mobile banking. So what is this mobile banking? Now we know that everyone are having mobile. So but what is this mobile banking? What is the facility provided by the bank to us? Mobile banking is a service provided by a bank or other financial institution that allows its customer to conduct financial transactions remotely using a mobile device. See, such a smart work, such a smart facility means if we are using mobile, means we can get the facility of the bank. But in mobile banking we need some apps. Some apps also enable copies of statements to be downloaded and sometimes printed at the customer's premises. Means that means what? There is no need to go to a bank, there is no need to rush to a bank wherever we want to do the transactions. If your number is registered, your email ID is registered to the bank, we can use this mobile banking facility so that it becomes easy for us to transact money at any time. So here some QR code provided to the customers. We can scan that and we can transact money at any time, at any place. This is a facility provided by the bank to their customer. It is an application in your smartphone. Means every bank has their own applications, and in your smartphone we can download that application, which serves as your own pocket bank. It means like we carry money in a pocket, in the same way it serves as your own pocket bank. Means you are carrying bank in your pockets. You can transact your money at any time, at any place. This app operates without a need to go out and stay in the long queues waiting to be served. Your bank suggests you sign up in an app where you can deposit checks, keep track of your bank balance. Means you can always check what is my bank balance. You can always track your bank balance, get notified about the latest news, updates and offers, and find ATMs in your own area. Means if suppose you want to just go to ATM, but you can get updates, you can get the news from your own mobile app, own banking app, that where is the nearby ATM and other mobile banking benefits offered to its customers. Now, next facility provided by the bank is SMS banking, short message service. It is a form of the mobile banking. It is a facility used by some banks or other financial institution to send message. In short, we can tell that is a notification or alert messages to the customers using SMS messaging or a service provided by them which enables the customers to perform some financial transaction using SMS. So this is here you can see one short screen of the SMS banking I have shown you. So whenever SMS banking facility is provided to a customer, you can get such type of SMS in your mobile. This is a screenshot of the example of SMS banking. Means whatever amount has been deducted from your account or credited to your account, all the details are sent to your mobile, so that if suppose you have not transacted that money, so also bank gives you an alert message. So if you are not that person doing transaction, you can let the bank know. So this is very important facility provided by the bank, that all the time they keep on sending the notifications or alert messages to keep updated to every their account holders or their customers. Now, internet banking. Now we have been seeing what is mobile banking, ATM cards, means these facilities provided by the bank. Now, what is internet banking? What is online banking? So online banking, it is also a very great, very good facilities provided by the bank. Online banking allows a user to conduct financial transactions via the internet. Means no need to go to the bank. We can sit at our home and we can, by using the internet, we can send the money, we can transact the money by using internet banking. Online banking is also known as internet banking or the web banking. Online banking offers customers almost every service traditionally available through a local branch, including deposits, transfers, and online bill payments. Nowadays, we are doing light bill payments, gas bill payments, insurance payments. So almost all these online bill payments are done through internet banking. We can also deposit money. We can also do the transfer of the money. That means online internet banking. There is no need to go to the bank, stand in the queue. So internet banking also allows us to do all its traditional services served by the bank. Now, what is the difference between mobile banking and the internet banking? You might be surprised. What is that? Mobile banking is also there. Internet banking is also there. But what is the difference between mobile banking and in the internet banking? My dear students, I would like to tell that in mobile banking, simple means the the banking facilities when we have the mobile, and also uh, apps are required for the transaction of that money. It requires a respective banking app to be downloaded to perform the banking the function. That means every bank has its own app, own mobile banking app. So first we have to download that mobile banking app, we have to sign up, and also we have to enter the registered number. Whatever number you have submitted to the bank, we have to enter that registered number, and then we can use that mobile banking facility in your phone. And in that app you will get all the required, means bill payments, transactions. Also you can get the mini bank statements, the last from the last 1 year, what transactions you have done. You can also get the statement that is called as mini bank statement. And also you can come to know what debits you have done, what credits you have done from your account. So this is the mobile banking. But here internet banking, here you does not require to download any software, any program. You can use the internet, and also you can directly visit to the website, and by using your debit cards, your ATM credit cards, you can do the bill payments. This is the difference between mobile banking and the internet banking. And also nowadays mobile banking apps, there has been many apps to use the transactions like Google Pay, Paytm. So such many apps are also used under mobile banking. You can use these apps to transact money at any time, at any place, and you can send money to any person without rushing, without approaching to the bank, and not using the traditional methods of transacting the money. So this is a difference between mobile banking and internet banking. In mobile banking, sometimes there might be no use of internet. We can use it without internet. But in internet banking, internet is compulsory. We need internet. So I hope everyone must have understood the difference between mobile banking and the internet banking. And also we have to be very alert by while using the PIN codes. Some codes have been given, some passwords have been set. So we have to be very alert while using mobile banking and also internet banking. So every app, every facility has is its own risk. So at the same time, we have to be very alert while using the PIN codes, the passwords for using these online banking facilities. I hope, my dear students, you must have understood the differences of mobile banking and the internet banking. So today we have learnt, my dear students, what are the facilities provided by the bank to the account holders. Just we have to remember these all facilities for the account holders. But at the same time, we have to be very alert. We have to be very conscious while using these transactions. We should not share our ATM pins, our passwords to any of the person. It should be very confidential. Thank you, my dear students, and meet you in the next session.